What's up, guys? How y'all doing today?
Welcome back.
Today we are talking about the Hokage. We are ranking them in order of specifically how they did as Hokage. Seeing a lot of video out there ranking them by strength, and we will do that at the end. But for now, we are ranking them on the basis of usefulness to the village, how they did longevity of their reign as Hokage, and things of that nature.
Just overall performance as a Hokage. We start with, unfortunately, the lowest, one of my favorite characters being Kakashi Hatake.
Kakashi Hatake. Kakashi is definitely that man when it comes to ignorance and feats and all the other shit. But as Hokage, he was literally a substitute Hokage. You know, filler arcs, he was a filler Hokage. So
he filled in when Tsunade. He was going to fill in when Tsunade was unconscious, but before he was fully
sweating, she woke up.
So he was never officially Hokage during that time. And then his only Hokage reign was after the Fourth Great Ninja War, which was mostly just a time of peace. Nobody's gonna fuck with Naruto now. Naruto and Sasuke were they're known throughout the world.
Yeah.
I mean, and they had created peace amongst the ninja world by winning the Fourth Great Ninja War.
Naruto is the strongest person on the planet. Sasuke's the second. The League Village got both of them. Who gonna come fuck with him?
And he was only filling until Naruto took the mantle and became Hokage for a short time.
Yeah,
so his overall, he just ruled in a time of peace, and he wasn't Hokage for very long.
All the other six, we have the real Hokage, the first real Hokage.
Number 6 on our list is Minato.
Minato, yeah. Oh, irresponsible. Minato was an irresponsible Hokage.
He was only Hokage for a very short time, unfortunately. And his only real feat was in his defense against the Nine Tails and Obito.
Yeah.
He released the Nine Tails seal, and which kind of counteracted itself because he then sealed the Nine Tails into his child,
own son,
who was a baby at the time.
A whole baby.
Very irresponsible thing to do as a Hokage. And then he proceeded to die in the process.
I tried to argue him down earlier because I was like, man, imagine this. You are asleep in the dead of night, cuddling your bitches and your brand new baby. And all you hear is, ah! And a tail beast bomb shoot past your freaking house. I'm not properly thinking right in that moment either. So I give him a little bit of a pass on that one, hard pass. But
I told him, listen, Minato is one of my top 3 favorite characters in the entire Naruto series, and the one shot that they just dropped has only amped that even more. And I'm sorry, he just, as compared to the rest of the Hokage, he just doesn't have the accomplishments the rest of them as a Hokage.
Specifically. Alright, so next we have
The third.
another one. I tried to argue this motherfucker down with because Hiruzen was my guy, man. He had time to learn all the jutsu. He was the Hokage for the longest, but aside from what he did at the beginning of his Hokage reign, the Third Great Ninja War, he was really just at a time of peace.
I agree that his longevity is enough reason alone, I feel like, to put him above the other two. But not only with the longevity, but then he helped in the defense against the Nine Tails. As well as he defended it against Orochimaru in the Konoha arc. So he has a couple of feats as Hokage because he has the longevity as well. But because he had the longevity, and those are the only feats we have for him, is the reason that I put the next person above him on this list, being Tsunade. She also had a decent amount of time, but not nearly as long as the third one.
Yeah,
but she has just as many feats as he does. She stepped up to heal every single person during the Pain invasion arc, as many as she could.
Pain obliteration.
Right before he obliterated the village, but then after he obliterated the village, she pulled up to square up to him. She's like, I'm Hokage, and I'm about to fucking fight you if I have to. This is like, you pulled up on my village, you hurt my people, this is the end. Like, I will die for my village before Naruto shows up.
I was like, sit down, Gritty! After she got almost fucking bodied.
But she led the Leaf Village through the Fourth Great Ninja War. being like one of the heads of the entire force. And then when it came down to it, she came to the front line to take on fucking Madara
Punched through his
Uchiha.
Susanoo before
She was
got stabbed.
punching through suit. She was the only person amongst the group that he looked at as a real threat, even a little bit. Like obviously not a real threat to him,
Yeah,
but
he looked at her like, if she hits me after I could become a Hokage, like,
yeah, out of all the five of them, she's the only one that he was keeping an eye on. Like, okay, I gotta make sure that she's dealt with.
So yeah, the fact that he put her as a priority threat over everyone who was literally calling child play. Do you ever see adults go full force against children?
He told her that her healing technique was child's play, and when he broke that Susanoo arm off inside of herself, and still came in to break a Susanoo fucking armor. He's like, all right, fair enough, bitch. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Like when Madara just kind of gives you that look of approval. He didn't say anything, but he had that impressed look. Like, okay,
doing something right.
I'll take that back a little bit. You've proven me that you at least are somewhat of a shinobi. I did forget about that part. She's the only person besides Naruto to get at least a little bit of a hint of praise from Madara.
I mean, yeah, she had the blood of the man that Madara gagged all over.
Yeah, which was originally why he was talking shit.
So, it's like, none of you are Hashimoto's. Our battle changed the fucking perspective, the whole battle. But
And above her, we're getting to
the
real ones who actually accomplished things. Coming in at third, we have Toby. This man established the police force. This man established the tuning exams, which was a thing adapted by all villages. He established the academy, which was adapted by all villages.
created the flying Raijin technique, which the fourth Hokage
Create a plethora of jutsu, including the flying Raijin, the clone and shadow clone
Oh yeah,
jutsu.
that one was just my favorite. Naruto spam though.
Although he did create an unfortunate Edo Tensei, but basically he was a source of knowledge for not only the Elite Village, but for every single village.
But as a Hokage, he was a really good Hokage. Changed
Fantastic
a lot of
Hokage.
things for Elite Village and the ninja world
As a whole.
So
Coming in at number 2, we have Hashirama. He established
the
hidden
village, set up the entire series as we know it. Fought Madara when he had a 9-tailed clad Susanoo and beat him down with a Buddha statue, and had the audacity to be gracious enough to spare him and not kill his ass. So we had a big, good final battle. So
overall, for the village, he founded it with the help of Madara. They came together. Their clans basically started what is the Elite Village today. And when Madara turned, instead of, when Madara wanted to turn the village into something that it wasn't meant to be, Hashirama had to put him down.
had to put him down like a rabbit dog.
So having to put down your best friend for the sake of the village is now something you're going to see in 2 back-to-back entries. Because that's something that Hashirama had to do to keep the village safe. Bringing us to number 1, Naruto Uzumaki. He's your main character.
You had to know.
Thinking about it right now, though, I'm not really sure how unbiased this is, considering all of his accomplishments throughout the series were not as a Hokage. So, as a Hokage, his accomplishments now are strictly limited to those in Boruto, which I guess would still be enough. I guess it's still enough to put him at number 1.
Right,
because he did tank an explosion to protect not only his village, but every single person who was in the Chunin Exam Stadium at that time from other villages.
Had the nuts to disqualify his own son and shame him publicly
In front of other villages.
Cause we don't cheat round these parts, son. That was a good moment. That was fantastic. That showed like real life honor and growth over everything.
Naruto is a fantastic Hokage. It was his lifelong dream to be in these shoes, and he has lived up to the expectations time and time again.
And
he has given
even
his
was
life.
better in the third at taking care of the random kids in the village. Like how he was left in a fucking apartment.
He will not let any kids go
He
unfed.
adopted somebody. Bro, it's fantastic.
He will not let any kids go unfed or unhomed.
His whole motto is the village is all my family. It pisses his son off to no end, but he'll get it someday when he's older.
And it's something that Naruto needed as a learning from his child experiences, he knows that some children are overlooked more than others.
Yeah. And you gotta love that. You just gotta love that. You gotta love that.
Overall, he takes care of, even though they're mostly in a time of peace, he has defended them for many years now, and he is continuing to defend them from alien threats now at this point.
They're coming from outer space.
Now we're gonna switch over into the strength side of this list.
Yeah.
That is gonna change things up just a little bit. If we're going off again, Hokage strength, Kakashi will still be at the bottom, unfortunately. During Kakashi's Hokage days, he did not have the Sharingan anymore. So he's not really going to be able to do much to be able to do anything to anybody above him on this list. Tsunade would be directly above him due to her meiotic healing and her absolute insane strength. If she lands a clean hit on Kakashi, that shit is over.
But she gets completely speed blitzed by a lot of people on this and just out techniqued by others.
Yeah.
So
but directly above her, we would have Hiruzen. And Hiruzen is a master of all jutsu, as we talked about earlier. He learned everything on this.
87,000 years old, which means that, except Tsunade and Kakashi, he really don't got the age to be fucking playing with people. When fucking Orochimaru popped up on the village and reanimated the first and the second Hokage, he was like, I'm not having fun today. And then the look on his face when he went to go reanimate Minato says it all. So
he fought against Orochimaru, who was one of the Sannin, defended the village from him. Just even in his super old ass age. And again, he wasn't just fighting Orochimaru, who was fighting the reanimated first and second Hokage at the same time. So that's a big feat for someone at that age. Definitely puts him above Tsunade. Plus the stuff he did as a reanimation, fighting against the Ten Tails, definitely puts him above Tsunade here. Above him, we would have Tobirama. Tobirama is a master of also many jutsu. He's even created many jutsu of his own, including the Edo Tensei, the reanimation jutsu, which causes the fourth ring.
We put him here because of the aforementioned speed blitzing of Kakashi at that point. So
Flying Raijin,
and plus the shadow clones.
As well as his tandem bombs, he was very good with the paper bombs and tandem. He was even able to speedless people like Obito, Ten Tails Jinchuriki Obito. So he's definitely someone who deserves to be super high. Above him, this is where it gets a little contentious, but this is where I would place Minato.
Yep,
Minato is better at the Flying Raijin than Tobirama, even Tobirama admitted himself.
Fourth grade war, when you talk about things you did good, get into the battlefield before me, they expected you to do that.
Minato was shown clashing with the Nine Tails on several occasions. Now we've seen the one shot where even as a child he was able to take on a Nine Tails temporarily. But in his Hokage days, he took on young Obito who had Kamui, and he was crazy powerful. He was strong enough to tame the Nine Tails. He unsealed from the Nine Tails and hit him with the Queen of the Second. And then immediately after, he teleported an entire Nine Tails Bijou bomb. And then saved Kushina and Naruto from being stabbed. And then he was able to seal himself, as well as some of Kushina inside of Naruto, as well as sealing half of the Nine Tails inside of himself and half of it inside of Naruto. All while on the brink of death. So he has some absolutely insane capabilities. Not to mention, he's shown to be a perfect sage, even though he says he's not good at it. He blinks his eyes just like Naruto does, and boom, sage mode. So, I mean, he's definitely not taking out any toad-like features like Jiraiya was, which is what was shown to be a non-perfect sage.
He's just humble. Everybody likes you. Above that, we got Hashirama, of course.
Hashirama was taking on a Susanoo-clad Nine Tails with Madara on top of it.
Yeah, and Madara is a step above Obito, as you saw in the movie.
I mean, I don't think there's anybody below him on this list that could even attempt that feat. A Susanoo-clad full 9 tails with Madara Uchiha standing on his head.
They're throwing. Terrifying.
They're throwing Susanoo-clad shuriken Biju bombs at you.
Yep, and he literally just grabs it all
and he's Buddha statuing. He's throwing them bitches away, punching the fuck out of the 9 tails. Madara's running up an arm, and they're fucking duking it out in the head. Like they're our next level shinobi, like Madara and Hashirama. Like there's a reason that Hashirama's cells were a problem throughout the entire series. These guys are absolutely in buckets. Madara was foreshadowed for hundreds of episodes. He ran through hundreds of shinobi, an entire fucking platoon of them.
Yeah, thousands.
He ran through the 5 Kage. He ran through the MCs.
Tossing down meteors just to thin the herd or whatever man is. He beat that man. Like, that's crazy. So yeah, none of them are doing that. Which brings us to,
of course, number 1.
Again,
Naruto Uzumaki.
The MCU.
This man has now every single... He has every single chakra released the 3rd bomb.
He's even to the point where he is just really making hands.
He is shown to be able to make one hand signs with one hand, which is something only the most elite ninja can. Even throughout the series of Shippuden, we saw Sasuke using Naruto's other hand to make hand signs. Like they weren't usually doing it with one hand, even in Shippuden.
Yeah.
It was always 2 hands. You would only see people like Madara or Hashirama doing things with one hand. So Naruto is now on that level where he's just making signs with one hand. He's having people who can absorb chakra, and he's just fucking okay. Absorb as much of this as you can, and see how much you can take, and then he overpowers them. And he got sucked up. Momoshiki took half of his chakra. He was fighting at 50% chakra, and him and Sasuke were putting the fucking hands on Momoshiki, and Naruto was fighting at 50%. That means Naruto at 100% is equal to fused Momoshiki. This man would have taken on Momoshiki one-on-one had he not been just being sucked dry of his chakra. Had he not had to defend the entire village from a big-ass explosion.
But that is the video for today. If you like the video,
please like and subscribe. Please comment some more. We would like to get your ideas on some videos. Please come on with the comments.
And see you in the next.